Wow, that's rotten. So is that bit. Welcome back to part 3 in this shed to workshop renovation series. We're going to make some bold moves in this one. We're going to insulate and board the walls, and you wait for it. Wainscoting. Yeah, you heard me right. We're going to wainscot these walls to make this place feel less like a shed and more like a furniture maker's dream. Let's get started. These walls are now stripped back. I can now see what I'm working with, and it is grotty. I've definitely got to clean this before I put insulation in because I do not want to close this in the walls. You know when you start something and you're halfway through and you're looking around and there's absolutely no way you can stop, and it's just as much work to finish as it is to put it back to how it was? I'm at that sort of point right now. And I'm kind of contemplating whether I should just lock the door and never come back in here. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And if I persevere, we will, well, it'll be a satisfying process, to say the least. I think it's time I better clean all this wood up because it's getting very hard to walk around here. Aren't that heavy? I'll tell you what, bloody awkward. What wall am I starting with? That's awkward to move, and I don't want to move that. That needs some repairs, which leaves me that one. Insulation board, insulation board, insulation board. Where are all my tools when I need them? I'm looking for a handsaw. Have a tape measure. Okay. So these are 430, 420, 430, 430, 435. Oh, this is annoying. Okay, are they at least consistent up and down? 420, 420, 415. Oh, this is annoying. I'm going to carry on and I'll get back to you when I've done it. It's a very repetitive task and I don't want to bore you with this. You want to see the fun stuff, right? Okay, wait for it. You ready? There we go. skipped a little bit of the process. It wasn't easy to get this far. Every single stud wasn't level. Every single noggin wasn't level. Every square was weird, awkward sizes. So I've done my best. There's a few gaps, but it's a shed. It's going to help massively. I'm smothered head to toe in insulation dust, but we're not done yet. There's such a long way to go. We've got to do this exact process on the other half of the shed, and then my delivery of plasterboard is arriving tomorrow. So my aim is to get all of this insulated before my delivery arrives, because I want to get started as soon as it does. I've left this bit to last because I'm really excited about this. I've done a lot of tidying up as well, but this, I'm ripping this bench out. It's very wobbly as it is, but I want to share it with you guys. Let's do it. I did it! Wow. Oh, let's get a breather. Finally, this side of the panelling is off and I can get it insulated. What a mission this was. I can't explain how dusty and sweaty it is in here because, oh my God, it's awful. I need a shower because tonight I'm going to see Deadpool 3 in the cinema, which I am absolutely hyped for. Okay, right, I've got to get some bin bags, bag this up, and then insulate the last bit, and then we'll be plasterboarding from there. I just thought I'd pause the video here. Yes, I know that there is no bottom plate on these walls, and I do plan to fix that before I put the plasterboard in. It's just that the wood for that is on the plasterboard delivery. I've put insulation in the walls now. I'll just pop that out, put the bottom plate in, and then repair the studs up to the first noggin. I will do that. Don't come at me with pitchforks. It's gonna happen. It just hasn't happened yet. Back to the video. so there was a little delay in my delivery and I got a couple extra days out of it, which was kind of a blessing in disguise because I really wasn't ready for it. But now I am. I've put some membrane on the inside because it's going to get plasterboarded and it's a shed, and I just want to make sure that if there is any water issues, any drips or anything, it doesn't wick through into the plasterboard. This shed is not going to last forever, but I want to make sure the inside looks as nice as possible for as long as possible. I've only got a few of my things in here at the moment. I'm having to store it all elsewhere, so I really need to get a move on and get this done so I can get it all in. I'm absolutely over the moon with the way these windows came out. It looks great and it's definitely going to fit the vibe in here. And look at the view. I've got the whole view of the garden, almost floor to ceiling, which I've never had that sort of view before. It'll be amazing to work whilst looking at all the greenery and feel a sort of sense of space, even though it's not very big in here. I still need to restore the windows that go here. They're sort of currently outside, leaning against the wall. They just need sanding, painting, and a couple of panes replaced. But isn't it mad that this place went from disgusting, dirty, messy shed to this space now where it's ready for plasterboarding? It's going to look comparable to part of the house. The front entrance to the house I did last year before Christmas. I panelled the walls in exactly the same way as I plan to do this one. The only difference being the colour. I'm going more of a neutral wood tone in here. I think it might help hide the sawdust, personally, but it'll also look quite classy. So now I just wait for my delivery. It's here. It could also not have been dropped in a better position because the workshop is right there. I'm so excited to finally get these walls looking like walls. At the moment they look a bit shabby, but now I have this, it's gonna look so finished. A little less conversation, a little more action please. I love those cheesy lines.
But I've just removed all the trip hazards.
Oh, okay.
Because my ability to trip over is quite significant.
What a difference the boarding has done to this space. It feels so much bigger and it also just looks more finished. We've still got a lot to do because this is literally just the roughing out. The next stage is to make this space look refined and finished and thought about. And that's where the wainscoting comes in. I plan to put the wainscoting up to about this height. This will remain white, the ceiling will go white, and the ceiling joists will be boxed in with a bit of a nicer looking finish because these are all sagging and they're just not looking great. But in order to do that, I need to joint and tape the upper section, and the lower section will be covered with an MDF strip, which is incorporated into the wainscoting. So I'm going to need a lot of MDF strips, I'm going to need some skirting boards and some scribe panels to fill in any voids that are left. So let's get set up outside, start ripping down some sheets. So here we are, the design for the wainscoting is coming together. That was an insane amount of strips to cut with just a track saw, but I'm so thankful I've got it, because if I had to do that with just an ordinary circular saw, I think my brain would have exploded. The track saw just made all the cuts perfectly straight and accurate each time. I could have done it on the table saw, but the sheets would have been so unwieldy on that thing. I've cut a few of these to length, which has given me my height. This is a bit lower than it will. Oh, sorry. Thank you for watching my renovation of the workshop. If you liked it, click like, subscribe, as next time we're going to be painting. I've got my eye on 2 different shades of beigey, browny, wood tone kind of colour, so I need to make my mind up on that and then get cracking. The video got a bit long, so I decided to stop it here because it's quite a good sort of finish point, and then next time we'll carry on. So till then, thanks for watching.